Good morning, children. Welcome to grade 3. I am Mrs. Regin, your class teacher and your maths teacher. I hope you all are fine and staying at home and staying healthy. Do you wash your hands oftenly? Yes, you have to wash your hands and stay at home and stay safe. We pray to God and everything is going to be fine, and very soon we will be back to school. Until then, we can learn through e-learning using pre-recorded videos and worksheets and etc. Let's start our today's session. Have a look around you. What are things you can see? Table, chair, TV, sofa, etc. Many things you can see, right? Okay. Do you think these objects are same size? No. Same shades? No. So we can see many objects around us, and every object is different shape and different size, right? And today we are going to start an interesting chapter, shapes. Last year you have learned 2D shapes and 3D shapes. Today we are going to revise those 2D shapes and 3D shapes. Let's start with 2D shapes. These 2D shapes also called plane shapes. You have studied that, yes? So why it is called 2D shape? It means two-dimensional shapes. For example, if you see this shape, it has only two measurements. That means the length and the breadth. And this side also, when you see, this is the length and breadth. So it has only two measurements. So that's why we are calling 2D shape, that is two-dimensional shapes. So let's start. What are 2D shapes you have learned in grade 2? So first start with this shape. What is this shape? This is called square. What is this? Square. Okay. What is the next shape? 2D shape is rectangle. The next 2D shape is triangle. The next one is circle. The last one is oval. Okay. So when you see any objects, those objects based on these basic shapes. Okay. So first one is square, rectangle, triangle, circle and oval. And now, what is side? Where is side of these shapes? Yeah, this is side. Yes. So when you see square, how many sides are there? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 sides in square. And where is corner? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 corners in the square. And one more thing you can see in the square. Yes, you are right. All the sides are equal. In the square, all the sides are equal. So we can write all sides are equal. So in the square, 4 sides, 4 corners and all the sides are equal. Now come to rectangle. How many sides are there in rectangle? Yes, the same sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 sides are there in the rectangle also, like a square, and corners 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 corners in the rectangle, like a square only. 4 sides and 4 corners. and only one thing is different when you compare to square and rectangle. So when you see the square, all the sides are equal. But when you look at the rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. Otherwise, the adjacent sides are equal. Okay? So when you see this, these sides are equal. And when I fold these, and these sides are equal. So the opposite sides are equal. So in rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Okay. Now let's see triangle. How many sides are there in triangle? There are 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 sides are there in triangle. And how many corners are there? 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 corners are there in the triangle. How about the sides? This triangle, all the sides are equal. But we have some more triangles with the different sides or with a different length. The sides will be different. See? So these are all triangles. Okay? So in the triangle, 3 sides and 3 corners. And then circle. In circle, can you see any side? No. So in the circle, there is no sides. And can you see any corner? No. So there is no corner also. In the circle, there is no sides and no corners. Same like circle, oval also. No sides, no corners. Okay. So we have learned 2D shapes, the basic 2D shapes, that is square, rectangle, triangle, circle and oval. The square has 4 sides, 4 corners and all the sides are equal. And the rectangle has 4 sides, 4 corners and opposite sides are equal. And the triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners and it can be different sides. Okay. And the circle has no sides and no corners, and the oval also no sides, no corners. Now let's see some examples of these 2D shapes. Now let us see some real life examples of 2D shapes. So the first one is circle, and we have some examples: clock, CD, etc., plate, etc. And then we have square. Here we have some real life examples: chocolate, window, and the keys and paper. These are some real life examples of square. Now let's move to triangle. So here we have some real life examples: traffic board and sandwich and etc. These are the examples of triangle, sandwich. Now we have rectangle. So we have some real life examples of rectangle: envelopes, mobile phone, scale, television, book and etc. These are the real life examples of rectangle. Now we have oval. We have some real life examples: the pan, and the outline of this ball is oval, and outline of this potato is oval, and outline of watermelon also oval in shape. So these are the real life examples of 2D shapes. Now we will move on to 3-dimensional shapes, that is also called solid shape. So the 3-dimensional shapes has 3 measurements, that is length, breadth, and also one more measurement, we have height also. So that's why we are calling these shapes are 3-dimensional shapes. So let us see one by one solid shape. First one is cuboid, and the second one is cube, and the third one is cylinder, and the fourth one is sphere, and the fifth one is pyramid, and the sixth one is cone. Now let us see some real life examples of solid shapes. First one is cube, and we have some real life examples. Cartons. The next one is dice. The next one is sugar cube, and etc. And this is Maggi cube, which we used for food. The next one is cuboid. So here we have some examples of cuboid. First one is brick, and a pack of chalk, and geometry box, etc. So now we will move on to cylinder. We have some real life examples. Pipe, can, cup, straw, etc. So now we will move on to next one, cone. Cone, we have some real life examples. Funnel, ice cream cone, traffic cone, and the pen cover and the mouth of pen are conical in shapes. Now we will move on to next solid shape, that is pyramid. So here we have some real life examples of pyramid. Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. The next one is speakers, pyramid shaped speakers, etc. Now we will move on to next solid shape, that is sphere. So here we have some examples of sphere. Ball, earth, a globe, an orange, etc. So these are the examples of sphere. And now we revised the 2D shapes and 3D shapes. So here we have some pictures. From these pictures you are going to identify the 2D shapes and the 3D shape. So the first one is this. Can you identify this picture? Yes, this is a square. So is this a 2D shape or 3D shape? Yes, you are right. This is a 2D shape. Can you identify what is this? Yeah, it's a cube. Is this a 2D shape or 3D shape? Yes, you are right. This is a 3D shape. So like this, you can identify the 2D shapes and the 3D shape from these pictures. So today we revised 2D shapes and 3D shapes. So you also find out some more real life examples of 2D shapes and 3D shapes. So with this we come to the end of this session, and the next module we will be learning more about solid shapes. Till then, bye, stay at home and stay safe. Thank you.